fancy and trying something new. As you know, I've got a lot of carbon stuff on the bike. I wasn't overly happy with the silver stripes. It just, I don't know, just kind of doesn't do anything for me. There's white decals everywhere, all over the belly pan and stuff. So I've got creative. That's my first little attempt at carbon wrapping. I did do it just putting the carbon on and then using some 6mm white pinstriping tape, and it just didn't look right. I think the tape's too thick. 6mm, it should have been, I should have got like 3mm or something. So I'm just gonna take you through this, but that's one side of the tank done. What I'm using, I had a look on YouTube at how they do it properly, and they use this stuff. This is knifeless tape. It's got like a thread in the middle of it. So I'm going to demonstrate going through putting one of these on. Whether it'll work out or not, I don't know. I think I've got some pre-cut. No, I haven't. Let me hold you right there a minute. Right, so I've got some cut. This is just white vinyl wrap, proper decent stuff, not the cheap stuff. So get all that on, make sure everything's clean. I've gone over it all with panel wipe. So wear some cloth gloves off of Amazon and just find a sticky bit on this. Try not to touch what parts are sticky and with your fingers, because even if your fingers are clean, they're going to be greasy. So I'm just going to go, let me get my hairdryer ready just for a little bit of heat. Back there. Just helps it stick a little bit better. And pop that on there. Now I've found this knifeless tape can be a bit hit or miss. So I need that to go on roughly like that. So this might, because I'm filming this one, it probably won't go that well. About that angle. So I need to make sure it's overlapping. Just slowly do that without getting any bubbles in. Try and get it all on at once, because if you have to peel it off, there's a chance that you could peel the knifeless tape off, which means then you've got to start from scratch and redo it. I'm going just outside where the silver line is, that's on the original bodywork. Let me take this down to the point. Right, try not to waste anything, because I've still got the rear tailpiece ones to do. I did them, but I'm not overly happy with them. So that's all on there, so a little bit of heat. That doesn't matter if there's creases or air bubbles on the side bits, because obviously that's being cut off, but that's actually on there now. I can't touch anything because I've got my cloth gloves on. Can't unlock my phone or touch the back. I can't see whether you've got a good view or not yet, so let me just that's better. Right, so that's on there. So what you have to do is just, it's going to be hard to hold this, but you just pull it slightly, you separate the little bit of thread in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, sort of off camera, because you can't see. Bottom one first. You also have to remember what bit of a knifeless tape is overlapping, because if you try, I've done it a couple of times and totally ruined it. I've done a bit of knifeless tape that's underneath another bit, so as you go down it just snaps the string and then you're stuck, you know. So let me my little knife just to make a little starting edge in the vinyl. It just helps if you sort of start the cut off. Like so. Let me show you this. Look. If you look there, you can see a bit of thread. It comes off of the green, so the green is then redundant. I'll try and get a good view of this when I'm peeling it off, but I don't know if we be able to see or not really. So like I say, I have found this is a bit hit and miss, so this is either going to work great or not. It's best to try and do it all in one hit as well. I hate doing this. Right, I know I said try and do it in one hit, but let's just show you. Pull that out and just don't go slowly. That's it, and that's all there is to it. So now if I do the exact same thing on the top one, and then I can show you what happens when it all peels off. Where did my knife go? There. So just try and start the cut first. I should use a better knife really, because this has done loads of DIY jobs and it's about as blunt as me. So separate the thread. I've done so many stripes and then there's been a tiny bit that I'm not happy with, so I just rip it off again and start again. It's fiddly though, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I can see why people pay a lot of money. Got it, right. That's the second one done. So now you'll notice there's a little bit of tape left underneath. What it does, it goes down the centre. So pull this out, pull that off like that. See that nice straight edge, no knife. No like cutting into your bodywork and stuff. That's the bottom bit done. Top one. see, look at that for a proper straight edge there. Lovely. So now what you do, you get hold of the rest of the tape on there, go along, gently pull it out. It's a real pain when it actually snaps. Let's go like that. I'll do the same with the top. Up here. See, snapped a little bit on my finger, but luckily I've got enough to get hold of. Everything's sticky, sticking to my fingers when I don't want it to stick to my fingers. You just have to be a bit careful when you go to these sharp points, because it will pull the vinyl up a bit, so you've got to be a bit nice and steady and slow. There you go. That's that. Buff that up into a ball, get it out of the way. And there you go. That's me using knifeless tape. So for now, just to make sure everything's cool, put the cloth gloves back on. Heat action. And there we go. So the normal stripe stopped about there, so I'm just taking it under and tucking it underneath the tank like that. But yeah, that's the knifeless tape method. So now I've used the same method. I've been lining the edge of the tape up, the knifeless tape up with the edge of the white, so it only gives me like a short gap like that, and it seems to be working out okay for me. So now I just follow the same principle again, but with the carbon wrap. I've gone for a lot of carbon because I'm always making a little bit of a mistake. It doesn't quite go exactly 100% how I want, and I get a bit sort of perfectionist about it, so I'm putting it on and then ripping it off again. So now I've got to do that one there. I have done the rear, but I'm not overly happy. You can see a little bit of the silver there, and on this side it just doesn't look neat. Look up the top. So I'm gonna whip them off and redo them, but for the moment I'm going to concentrate on the tank, get the bottom stripe done, and then it will end up looking like that. Obviously I've got to be a bit careful when I'm polishing and stuff, because these edges can lift up. I might get some of that clear vinyl wrap protection stuff that you can get. If I use that, I think just carefully put it over the top. I've had some on it before. You just put it on with like soapy water and squeegee it out. I think if I put that on, it's just going to stop it from lifting and everything. So I think that's going to be my next step, is to get some of that, just to mainly cover where the stripes are. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on, but I should put this up. But yeah, I mean, I've never done vinyl wrapping before, and you just saw me. I managed that in a couple of minutes. I just got to make sure everything has got to be clean. Fingerprints can be greasy even if you wash your hands, so cloth gloves. I've got a packet on Amazon, cotton gloves. There you go. I'm always polishing and cleaning the bike, so that's a pretty handy thing. I still will use them even though I've got loads left. So but yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, and I will show you a little update once everything's done. Excuse me for being topless, but it's roasting hottest out of the year so far. But there we go, that's that side done. So now I need to get on with this side. I've got these stupid gloves on, so I can't touch nothing. Stupid things. Pull this off. Do that one. I'm not sure if this side, no, I can see a little bit of silver there right at the very top. Look, right there, a little bit of silver, so that's obviously my bad masking. So let's go again, more white, but doing okay, doing good, nearly finished. I'm liking this. And there we go, that's the tank done. Tailpiece, all cool. Other side matching. Lovely job, happy with that. Now I'm thinking I might do up around here, but that's maybe a job for tomorrow. For now, I'm going to work all night on a 12-hour shift, and I've been doing this, so I'm going to bed.